Hi guys, welcome back to another P3D version 5 video. We are today flying for Atlantic Sun Airways and we are flying the FeelThere E170 and we are going to be flying from Amsterdam to London City Airport. I don't often fly to London City, to be honest. It's quite a difficult approach. Let me just check that I have my static view. Yeah, I have it set up. Nice. Do I have my other views though? Ah, look at that. Need to fix those. But yeah, it's gonna be a relatively short flight. Nothing crazy long. But it will be quite fun. Because it's a very challenging approach. Actually not sure if there's any specific procedure with the Embraer to fly that approach, but I guess we'll notice that once we're flying. And let me just see if I have any nice that I can steal from. Maybe this one has this one seems to have some nicer viewpoints, so maybe we can get that one in here as well. It's not the best one. Maybe we can get like an engine one. It's a bit hard because when you have like a big screen, it's hard to get like a good. So I'm actually gonna skip that. We won't get any better viewpoints, but at least I was able to fix the transitions, so that's gonna be pretty good. We'll just jump inside quickly, make sure that it's working here as well, which it does seem, seems to do. But yeah, not much else to mention. We do have air traffic, but only 3 aircraft. That seems very weird for being. I mean, we have activity level at 35%. I'll increase it to 40. Let's see if we can. So if I delete the current traffic and then inject new one, let's see if we get more traffic. I'm working a bit on, we won't have any kind of virtual airline traffic today because I'm working on integrating some old Westwind aircraft into the AI traffic. I was able to find their files from FSX, but unfortunately it was a lot of Flight Simulator 04 models, so you have to convert the fuselage, and then you also have to fix, apart from converting them, I think there's some other fixes that has to be made. Oh yeah, PBR. Actually, PBR is what I want to add. So I have to convert them to a P3D accepted format and then get PBR. So let's see if that will work. But after that, I should have some more virtual airline traffic. I think I already have Fly UK. Who else? And Atlantic Sun, for example. Metro, which funnily enough I got from Fly UK because they used to be combined, Metro and Fly UK. And who else do I see in that? Maybe that's it. Metro, Fly UK, and Atlantic. Sorry, I'm gonna go and check actually my hard drive which ones I do have traffic for. Fly UK, Metro, Atlantic Sun, and then of course Westwind if I get that to work. Okay, so maybe not as many as I thought I would. Nothing for Air Wigo or Walker. But yeah, it's fun though, in the sense that if you have virtual airlines to get kind of their, specifically the fictional ones, because those won't be included in any other packages. Let's start by opening some doors. There we go. This is also actually a crate delivery by myself. It's pretty okay looking. Let's see if I can get the chase plane. Is not really on my side today. Gonna open it. So if we go back to the walk around mode, you can see it looks pretty okay. It's the normal white one. I went with kind of a limited livery. I thought this would be a cool setup instead of going for the normal Atlantic Sun. It takes quite a while to do the paints as well, and I find the FeelThere package to be a bit difficult. I think I got pretty good, apart from these numbers that I stole from their other liveries. I need to fix that, they look a bit blurry. But I think I got the tail pretty nicely set up. Kind of multiplied the color onto that, so you can still see kind of the seams or and the parts where I guess there's some sort of not nails, but you get what I'm aiming at for. The drilled screws, I guess, something like that. Not sure though if they actually drill into these kind of fuselages. Probably some other method of piling them together. A bit off here with the GSX. That's annoying. We do not like that. But you can, as I've shown on many videos, kind of customize that. So I'm gonna change the outside view, and then if we go to the editor, it's pretty quick. So something. Let me see. There we go. Then we can move between all these different ones to double check that but it's not always the here for example cargo 1, that seems a bit low, so we can do that. And this is cargo 2 and it's also off, so we fix that pretty quickly. It's a pretty good tool, to be honest. The only thing is getting the viewpoint right isn't always as nice as it could be, but it does work. So there we go. Now we have those fixed. And yeah, we have the open and close checks. Those are always a bit of a hit and miss. We'll restart the tool just to get those new points, attachment points set up. Okay, we got one more aircraft, an E190, but nothing down here. The beautiful Flight Tampa airport. But okay, we have loaded everything up, because we don't have any specific loader for this. We have selected the flight, and we can start flight. We don't want to change time, we just go with our own. And now we're in the boarding process. GSX is regenerating airport cache, so we just have to wait for that. We can do, I think this one has the checklist.
Cockpit safety inspection.
So that's always a good one to do.
Status. Checked.
Batteries should go on.
Cockpit emergency equipment.
GPU,
Checked.
we can put that in use. Some of these
Electric
tests
panel.
are not working, unfortunately.
Checked. Fuel
Yeah, we can
panel.
check the fire one.
Checked.
It's a very beautiful aircraft, both on the outside and the
Windshield
inside.
wiper.
Even though I know some people
Checked.
weren't too big fans, but I think it's kind of good looking.
Hydraulic panel.
Some lack, but I mean it works.
Checked.
I do trust this aircraft more than
Air conditioning.
the Aerosoft
pneumatics
CRJ or hell, even the Aerosoft
Checked.
Airbus.
Passenger oxygen panel. Checked.
So they're just gonna go through the checklist, making sure everything is okay.
ELT.
We even have
Checked.
the cabin displays. And even if
Landing
it's only
gear
like
lever.
static pictures, I think that's still a good
Checked.
addition.
Start stop selectors. Stop.
And while we wait, we can just check quickly our flight plan in terms of the weather. Some severe icing, but it's pretty high, and then some moderate icing at 2400. Let's see what our altitude will be. Well, a bit below, so might be fine.
Circuit breakers. Checked. Cockpit safety inspection checklist completed.
And we can kind of go ahead with but actually before we go ahead, let's get the boarding with Pack X and GSX started. We're still waiting though for GSX. Maybe we can do pilot to ADC while we wait. I'll have to change from Arrow Cargo, which is the plane I flew last time. I'm just gonna change to, I think, the McDonnell Douglas. I usually use this one for the CRJ or the Embraer. We're flying for Atlantic, so we'll put that in. Atlantic Sun Airways. We'll save. We'll import the flight plan. There we go. We have our flight plan. Right cruising altitude we can validate. Looks to be okay. And file. Better to trust the ATC to give us the right approach. And we can move this down and connect. Soon we should have the GSX airport catch ready for us. We're taking off from runway 18 left, which let me see, as we're connecting to the sim, it might take a while, so hopefully that should be a closer one. The only sad thing with this one is no EFB, so I'm using my own virtual EFB, which is very nice because it's
Schiphol Airport information Yankee.
oh no,
555 local winds are 158 at 14 knots. Visibility 6 miles.
Oh no, it's 80s.
Sky condition
Sound like
VFR.
the normal ATC.
Temperature 14, dew point 9. Current QNH is 1013.
1013.
Arriving and departing
okay.
runway 18 right, 18 left, 18 center.
Let's change to a clearance delivery. Let's get GSX also, because it seems like it's working now. We'll operate stairs as a first step, and then we'll do this one next. Not a very high cruising altitude. And then we are selecting the ERJ 170. How many packs are we supposed to carry today? 68. So not fully. We have Wi-Fi, I presume. Boarding music, anything for Atlantic. Nope. So we'll do the generic one. Well, that one is a bit boring. We like to spice things up. We'll borrow the Norwegian one for fun. Why not? Safety brief. Kinda like the Norwegian boarding one. This one we should have, right? Atlantic Sun. There we go. Okay, let's get the GSX boarding started as well, actually. No need to attach the pushback tug. No need to get anyone else on board. It's a lovely plane, the Embraer. I really like it a lot. I'm a bit sad that not a lot of the virtual airlines had the FeelThere one. I know the X-Crafts one is more available. I've been thinking about getting that for X-Plane, but it's very low on my priority list because I really like the FeelThere one. Or I don't feel like there's too much lacking. Of course there could be certain things like holds, etc., but I haven't really gone into that too deep. I rarely end up in a hold, if ever, to be honest. That would be cool if Pilot ADC could assign you. Maybe a bit frustrating, but it would be nice for kind of practice purposes. What else? Though, what do we need to do? We have the boarding ongoing. We have a beautiful livery made by myself. And then I do wonder though, should I update maybe the, even though this one is quite simple, but should I maybe have like yellow engines? That could look good. So maybe I need to add that. Well, we'll keep this simple one for now. We can always update our livery if I fly with this plane more. Yeah, IFR clearance, right? Atlantic 4003, ready to copy. IFR clearance. Oh, no. I have that. Let me see. I think I disconnected. Let's see if it... Wait, I'll have to restart pilot to ADC. Because I was, or my Airbus joystick has this problem that it kind of ruins the slew mode, and that of course makes it very problematic to have it connected when I'm using slew mode, so I had disconnected it. Unfortunately that means that I have to restart pilot ADC because it won't acknowledge that I have because I have my push to talk button on it. So yeah, unfortunately. But should be fast. We're connecting again to the sim. Should hopefully not be any changes. While we're doing that, we can just make sure that we have these set up. So that we don't need to make any further changes at a later stage. Atlantic 4003, ready to copy. IFR clearance. And there we're getting the IFR clearance.
Atlantic 4003
Nav lights
is clear
can
to
go
Echo Golf
on.
Lima Charlie. Fly the Vork 5 Echo departure with the Idrid
And now we can see
transition
that
known
they're
as 5.
more nicely
Expect
aligned.
departure runway 18 left.
Actually, that one is better aligned
Climb
than
to
this
flight
one.
level 060 via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after
And
departure.
yeah, we're getting the luggage
Skip all departure on
soon done already.
118.07.
Pretty quick.
Squawk 5024.
And we can switch. Oh, sorry, I got the...
Atlantic 4003 is clear to Echo Golf Lima Charlie. Fly the Vork 5 Echo departure
Yeah, that's
with
the
the
right
Idrid
SID.
transition then as filed. Climb to flight level 060 via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Skip hold departure on 118.07. Squawk 5024.
5024, and that's here.
Atlantic 4003 read back correct. QNH is 1013. Contact
There we
skip
go.
hold ground on 121.55.
And we can keep
When
that
ready
on,
for
so we don't
pushback,
have
a
to
good morning.
change.
QNH is 1013.
I
Ground
think
on
it's runway 27 that we are going to be landing at, so from the less scenic approach might actually be better. The glide path on that one, can you see how? But I'm gonna assume it's quite a steep glide path, right? 5.5, it's the same, 5.5 on both of them, so steep descents. We need to be very set up early, so we don't pick up speed while we're descending. And what else do we need to do? We can start by setting up the flight plan, I think. Let's go to the menu. The main one, nav identifier, position in it. We can load that. Flight plan. And in order to get this right, let me actually see if I remember now. Here we go. We have takeoff, of course, but we want to do departure. And we're taking off from runway 08 left, which is not that close by, but it's not that far away. It's a bit of a hike, to be honest. 18 left, walk 5 with the IDRID transition. Doesn't seem like that was an option though. Oh, there we have IDRID. We are, after IDRID, it's gonna be L980 dot Zaman or Shaman, and then after that it's supposed to be the Zaman 1Z to the ILS to 27. So if we go performance, landing, arrival, runway 27, ILS, love, woohoo. No, no, no. Not good. What's the difference here? So if we're doing the Laman 1, let's see, actually it's supposed to be the 1C, so let's say we're, oh no, what was that then? Let me actually go back now. So landing, we have that's the approach, god damn it. Okay, then we have the star, and that's the Zaman one. Yeah, the 1C, okay. I do wonder if there's any difference. I mean, I've just picked the first one now, 1G. I guess we'll find out. So Godlu. Let's see if I have any stars. I only seem to have SIDS, stars. Here we have some stars. But they're old stars, so nothing too useful for us. Let's pay attention to what they say, because that's gonna be quite important, getting it right. So all of this looks fine. And then the question is about the final approach. aka it could be, so I'm gonna cancel actually that one. Did I cancel all of it now? Ah, god damn it. Let me redo it. This is not our day today, people. Unfortunately, we're not gonna pick the approach one because we don't know about that. So we're gonna stay away from picking an approach. We can, however, do the rest. And the Zaman. And then, okay, for the flight plan, performance, landing, arrival. I love how this one
good morning, Orange 207 and Delta 2 fully ready.
came back immediately.
Start approach approved, Orange 207.
Or actually now it's only the Zaman one. Okay, we can activate that, I think. Don't we though wanna maybe put that in? Or we do need to put that in, I think. So landing, arrival. Can we clear? Yeah, we can clear that. So we can insert this, and what we'll then have, good, we'll only have the star, because we don't know about the rest of it. Okay, performance in it. Fuel reserve, it's quite low. 1330.
28 Papa, request taxi.
And
Taxi Bravo, Romeo
because I think that's only the
Whiskey 5, 728 Papa.
actual fuel, right? Or the actual fuel reserve is not the total fuel, if I'm not mistaken. Fingers crossed. Yeah, here we can see the fuel. Cruising altitude. That's gonna be 20,000. Dew point at +7 degrees. 227 at 44. Zero fuel weight of 63.8. Cruising winds at altitude. I guess we can insert the altitude. We can confirm the init. Yeah, that's fine. This looks good. Or did it look good? Let me actually check here.
207, request taxi.
207, Levi Alpha 5, taxi Quebec, runway T6 left, course T6 center.
Yeah, okay, I guess it's fine. Takeoff.
Back, cross.
Let's listen to the 80s if it's still here. Or did we disconnect the 80s? Yeah, we don't seem to have the 80s. We're just gonna use pilot to ADC in that case. So we'll do 165 at 15. Pretty hard winds. Then we need the V1 speeds, which I'll get from my documents, instructions, and then we need to find the speed card. Not for the Q400, even though that's helpful. But for the E-Jets manual, and then we need to scroll all the way down to takeoff speeds for the 175. And we can do it with a bit derated. Okay, and what we were at was like 7.1 something in pounds. I think the weather is pretty fine. So what we'll do is use the second column. 7.1, 115, let's see, 115, 117, 121, 189. Climb, cruise. Nothing I can think of. Descent, no. The landing one. Let's actually populate that now because it's a very short flight. Let's do 190 at 7. Our landing will be much lower, or much 68.6 about. So let's find the landing. Let's remember actually the takeoff will be a derated with one step, derated takeoff. Okay, landing speeds, it must be further down. It's basically the manual, and at the bottom you'll find all of these takeoff modes, landing V speeds, etc. Non-icing conditions, for example. We're gonna do flap full. Pretty sure that's what you would do at this airport. I think otherwise you do flap 5 or flap 4. We're gonna be at 68, so we're gonna be at 120 for the VREF. For the VAP, we are, let me see actually. VRF +5 plus wind component. Too lazy to count that, so we'll just do 125. Flap 4, that's gonna be 134, and that's for the climb out. Okay, good. Or good enough at least. do we need to... we need to move this one back to where we're at. But where was the zoom?
905.
Oh yeah, it was here, right? Okay, we should be at our position now, I hope. So, we have the boarding completed. In order to speed things up a bit, I'll close some of the doors, or actually all of them. No point keeping those open. We'll continue with the checklist.
Power up checklist.
We can start
One.
the APU, I think.
On.
So that's gonna be part of the, these are on auto.
2.
That should be armed.
Auto. Battery voltage. Checked.
Okay, let's get that
GPU button.
on.
On.
Horse 207 to the Roman 8, decimal 28.
Fire extinguisher panel. Checked. Emergency lights. Armed.
Armed. Okay.
APU selector knob.
Yeah, the rated one. Perfect. Let me see, maybe they're waiting for the APU to start. Hopefully that's it. If we're landing at 27, our
On.
minimums are gonna be, for the ILS
Nav
one,
lights.
5 or 600.
Logo lights.
Now where did you see... Oh, maybe we can have a look at that at a later stage. What was it? There was some other lights they wanted on. Was it the logo lights? I think they asked for that.
On. Hydraulic panel. Checked. Electronic CB. Checked. DV DR panel.
Let's ask for pushback while we're waiting for his checklist. Atlantic Sun
Photo luminescent
4003, ready for pushback and engine start. Ah, I said Atlantic. Atlantic 4003, ready for pushback and engine start.
Atlantic 4003 pushback and engine start approved.
Let's get
Pushback
that.
and engine start approved.
And while we wait for that,
Atlantic
we can
4003.
start the
Pre-flight
pre-flight.
Pressurization panel. Set.
Set.
Oxygen masks. Checked.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for
I'm actually gonna fix my chair a
Flight
bit.
Instruments.
departure checks completed. Bypass speed safety.
What's he yapping on about? Flight instrument.
No takeoff. Spoiler. No takeoff. Flash. No takeoff. Brake.
Let me see.
Orange 251, runway 27 at November 2. November 2,
Altimeter is set to local. Okay, so it's only that. That's
Booking gear.
that's off. Let me see. Is it because they are disaligned maybe?
Good morning at Alpha 9 to Bravo and cross 27 number 8.
Set.
Okay, then it worked. Weird.
Cross-checked. Thrust levers. Idle. Parking
What
brake.
about trim? It looks fine.
On.
Passenger signs
Pre-flight checklist
are
complete.
on. The GPU is available, but we don't need that. Bleed, APU bleed valve, is that open? Yeah. Pre-flight is complete, so before start.
Start checklist. Trim panel. Set.
Don't we need this electric pump A as well on? Or maybe it's me.
Checked. Set.
Oh yeah, we do need to have it on. It's one of the
Fuel
checklists. Taxi takeoff briefing.
Checked.
Yeah.
Taxi
Doors
takeoff
and windows
briefing
closed.
completed. Passenger signs.
And you can open those. That's
On.
cool.
Doors and windows. Closed.
Closed.
Flight deck door.
Red beacon he's gonna ask about.
Locked. Red beacon.
Okay, I think we're looking
On.
pretty good.
Hydraulic pump 3A.
The funny part is that the GPU is automatic as long as you have parking brake set, so that's a bit annoying.
Before start checklist completed.
Okay, completed. We're gonna lose the parking brake. Continue pushback. Okay, left.
Release parking brake.
There we go.
Commencing push.
Commencing push.
Start at will.
Start at will. And let's check now if we're getting something with the bleed valves, maybe. Yeah, I think it's starting. Good. The sound effects are pretty good because I have a sound pack. It's not the best sound pack though, but it's doable. Does the job. Sounds better than default. Okay, we are being pushed back.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and crew, welcome aboard this flight. We hope you enjoy your flight and thank you for choosing Atlantic Sun Airways. We'd like to take a few minutes to acquaint you with the many safety features of this aircraft. Although you already may be familiar with many of these procedures, we'd appreciate your attention during
let's start
safety briefing. Safety starts
the
with your
first
seatbelt.
engine.
Whenever the seatbelt light is turned on, your seatbelt must be fastened low and tight.
Pretty good effect. Yeah, we can confirm good engine start. Atlantic 4003 ready to taxi. For some reason they never want to listen to me.
Ground. Atlantic 4003 ready to taxi.
Okay, there we go. Successful start. Okay. What flap setting? Actually, I didn't check that with with the takeoff now that I realized.
Atlantic 4003 taxi to runway 18 left via Alpha 1
Because that
Bravo,
changes
Alpha 10
some things
Bravo,
quite a
November 2,
bit.
Echo 6, hold short runways 27, 18 left.
We must have considered a higher flap setting, 100%, right?
Taxi to runway 18 left via Alpha 1 Bravo,
Or
Alpha 10 Bravo, November 2, Echo 6, hold short runways 27, 18 left
flaps
Atlantic
2
4003.
Life vests are located in plastic bags beneath or in some cases between each seat. Pull on the fabric strap to release the vest. Pull it over your head
It must
while
have been
placing your
flaps
arms through
2.
the side straps. Pull the strap firmly to expose the back panel and tighten by pulling out on the yellow tabs. Inflate just prior to exiting the aircraft by pulling the red
But the
tabs
takeoff, what did I put as takeoff speeds? Those.
The night locator can
Let
be
me double
deactivated
check.
by pulling on the marked tab. Every member of our crew is highly trained in emergency procedures. For everyone's safety,
These
please
feel
follow all
super low.
instructions and observe posted and lighted
Let me
information
check.
signs.
115.
Please remember, smoking is not permitted on this aircraft. All of our lavatories are equipped with
Where did we get
federal
that?
law prohibits tampering
Yeah,
with,
here we got it.
disabling or destroying these systems.
But which
The use
flap
of
setting
personal
is
cellular
this?
cell phones is permitted on board while the aircraft door is open.
4?
When the
Yeah.
aircraft door is
If we're
closed,
doing
your
4,
phone will
definitely.
remain
Let's
on
not
for
do
the
4.
duration
Let's
of
do
the
1.
flight.
And let's do something more reasonable.
Are prohibited while on board the aircraft. Once airborne, you will be advised when the use of approved
138.
devices such as personal computers and compact displayers is permitted.
144.
Approved devices may be found in the magazine located
145.
in front of you. We'll be taking
189.
so please make sure that your tray tables, seat backs and footrests are in
Same.
upright
That's
and
good.
firm position, and that all carry-on baggage is properly
Flaps
stowed,
1.
either in the overhead bins or under the
Let's
seats
see.
in front
After
of you.
start checklist.
The overhead bins should be open
The
with
yaw
overhead
dampener.
cans
We
and
can
contents
put that
shipped
on.
around during the flight.
The
We also
CRC.
recommend that all passengers take a moment to review the
Let me
illustrations
see.
provided in the safety information card, which
You wanna
you'll
keep
find
it on
in the
that
seat
one,
back
right?
pocket. If you have any questions about these important safety and
Altitude is
evacuation
selected.
procedures, please ask a crew member. Thank
Dispatch
you for your attention
clearance.
and cooperation. All of us at this airline
Check.
appreciate the opportunity of showing you how committed we
After
are to making
engine
this
start
and every
checklist
flight as
completed.
safe
Does this
and
one
as
have
comfortable
VNAV
as
or is it
possible.
just flight change? Must be this FPA mode. Let me see. Embraer. Flight path angle.
Nou, officieel is het wel aardig gezegd, maar nog officiëler moet hij eigenlijk van rechts altijd voor gaan geven. Maar het is wel aardig dat ik erbij zit. Ja, oké, maar voor de zekerheid wel vragen.
Let me see. FeelThere Embraer VNAV. Coupled LNAV VNAV. Okay. Let's try this one then. Oh, after start was already done. That was quick. Some things that's not checked for, I'm gonna assume, is the APU one. The taxi lights doesn't seem to have been checked, but okay. So let's put those on. And let's check, did we have anything else before takeoff is the next one. So let's release parking brake, APU shutting down. We're moving forward on idle, makes sense. And let's check flight controls, elevators, ailerons. Rudder seems to work. We won't use them too much since they also seem to control the aircraft itself. We can check our... Yeah, we have our tiller. Adding a bit of thrust. So we have a bit of a ways to go, and it does seem like the TCAS is still shut. So we do need to figure that one. Oh yes, because it's on standby. Now we have TCAS. There was a weather radar on version 4. Doesn't seem to be the case here on version 5. Oh wait, I'm gonna pause quickly the recording, be right back. Okay, there we go. Now we can continue. Right was clear, left was clear. Basically nobody here. It's very empty today. At least we have an Embraer there. Maybe they have now started popping in. Even have an A330, some 777s, etc, etc. Gonna add some more thrust. Still feel like we're taxing super slow. Okay, I'm gonna check quickly what the taxi clearance is that we got. So it's straight here, then some left turns, then some right turns. Is the speed increasing? We're going 11. Yeah, feels super slow. The taxiing is pretty good with this aircraft though, I'll give them that. This is a very white livery. I might want to get those engines painted a yellow at some point. Or maybe the blue color could be cool. A bit like how I mixed it up with the ATR that I painted. Okay, let's see. The funny part is that that's literally the pod. That's the shadow effect of the pod we're sitting in. That's it's ridiculous. Okay, I'll slow down a bit. Now we're taxiing too fast. Still taxiing correctly though, but fast. That's the nice fucker. There must be some way to remove that weird looking shadow effect. Even though I of course appreciate there being some shadow effect, I don't appreciate when it's basically just the tip of the fuselage. Okay, let's see, right and left seems to be clear enough. We'll turn here. I'm gonna slow down a bit, try to get back on the yellow line. I think this is the place in X-Plane where I get the weird difference between the ground, somewhere around here. We wanna turn here actually. And then we'll stay on this one for a while until we turn right, cross the runway for, what's that, like 09er I think? 09er and 27. 27 is a very fun approach. I think I've done it a couple of times. It's a very nice approach, to be honest. Okay, the weather is looking okay. Kind of fine. Nothing too spectacular with our 2D clouds. You really lose kind of the atmospheric effects with the weather, unfortunately, when you're using the 2D clouds. That's the benefit of the volumetric ones. And a few other benefits as well. Might switch back at some point soon just to get some variety, but I really hate the fact that it's kind of like you have the weather and then it disappears. then you get it back. I don't like the kind of abrupt weather
Atlantic
changes.
4003 cross runway 27.
Sorry,
Cleared
that's
to
not the
cross
one.
runway 27. Atlantic 4003.
Sorry, seatbelt sign, want to keep that on. Okay, we got clearance to cross, so we will cross. And let's see, we braked quite a bit there. There's a 777. That's pretty clear. Someone was cleared to cross, I could just hear in the 80s. That's nice. What's the speed? I'm gonna assume we want to have this somewhat close to our V2, which was like 145. So I'm now at 134, going up to 145. We'll start before takeoff, just to make sure we have everything set.
Checklist. Takeoff configuration.
Takeoff okay.
Checked.
Checked.
Brake temperatures.
Brakes temperatures, probably okay.
ECAS. Checked. Strobe lights.
On.
On. Landing lights.
Atlantic 4003
On.
contact Schiphol
Yeah,
Tower on
landing lights are on.
119.22.
Transponder is on.
Tower on
TARA.
119.22. Atlantic
Before
4003.
takeoff, checklist completed.
Yeah, completed. Atlantic. God damn it, let's get it. Atlantic 4003 ready for takeoff. Once again, they didn't pick it up. Let's try with our co-pilot.
Tower, Atlantic 4003 ready for departure.
Atlantic 4003 winds are 158 at 14 knots. Runway 18 left cleared for takeoff, squawk 5024.
Runway 18 left cleared for takeoff. Squawking 5024 Atlantic 4003.
Okay, 5024, we're squawking that. Comm seems to be working. Our co-pilot is able to change them herself. And everything else is set up appropriately. We are ready to go. We are gonna line up on the runway and take off. Okay, let's line up here. And I'll stop. There we go. Anything we need to check? We have the flight directors, I believe. But let's maybe double check that. We are on FMC. Yeah, because we can choose there. What flight director do we have though? Maybe something weird. If we do like vertical. Why am I not seeing anything like flight director wise? Have I forgotten anything? Or is it the CRC? Okay, there we go. LNAV. And now if it's select, I always forget which. Now we have LNAV. Okay. Good. I think this is it, right? Yaw dampener. Is there anything though we are missing? Let's do the the flight chain level change. And hope that we have everything set up. The only thing I'm worried about is the flight director. Maybe that kicks on once we're going. And I think in terms of taking off, what you do is you push this one kind of to the level you want it. Ish. There we go. I think it's correct now. Try to maintain center line somewhat. I need to get like an anti, because my rudder is not really sticking to the ground as it should. Kind of hard to control with that. V1, rotate. Okay, we are climbing. Okay, there we go. Positive rate. Gear coming up. There we go. Now we have a flight director. Look at this beauty. Taking off. Beautiful scenic view. Can go to flaps 0. Trim a bit. It's a wonderful bird to fly, this one. At least I think so.
Atlantic 4003 contact Schiphol departure on 118.07.
Departure on 118.07, Atlantic 4003.
Let's get the speed to something reasonable. Yeah.
Departure Atlantic 4003, climbing to flight level 060.
Atlantic 4003, this is Schiphol departure, go ahead. Atlantic 4003, climb and maintain flight level 120.
120.
Climb and maintain flight level 120. Atlantic 4.
Okay, I'm gonna put it up a bit because we're gonna get the 20
003 contact Amsterdam Center on 119.17
at some point soon enough.
Center on 119.17, Atlantic 4003.
Looking pretty good. Maybe we should get the viewpoint
Center
from here.
Atlantic 4003, climbing to flight level 120.
Pretty nice view. Okay, let's jump
Atlantic
back in.
003, this is Amsterdam Center, go ahead.
How does it want us to... Is it now turning? It's a bit weird. Could just be that I'm misunderstanding how to read this flight director. It's a bit of a different style. I think you could have the cross as well, which I think I would prefer. Yeah, we can see here that we are way off.
Atlantic 4003, climb and maintain flight level 200.
200.
Climb and maintain flight level 200. Atlantic
So far,
4003.
okay. Am I really that off the line? Yeah, I'm really way off. How come? Is it this one? No, this is correct. Now we wanna do LNAV and VNAV. Yeah, exactly. We can't do LNAV now because we are way off. Yeah, not the best flying as of now. Could have been that I was a bit too nonchalant. I'm actually gonna force ourselves to turn a bit more. I think that will help quite a bit. the risk is of course that we end up doing ping pong. Going in and then turning too much and then having to turn again. Always a bit of a risk. But okay, so far so good. Let's turn a bit more. Let's see if we can get that LNAV. Okay, 16,000, still climbing. Quite a nice aircraft though to hand fly. I'll really give it that. Some things that we can turn off though are the taxi lights. Yeah, the landing lights. We can go standard on the Barrow. Even though we're already at standard, we're back on LNAV. So let's see how it acts now after we reach AM 009. Oh yeah, so far so good. 36 minutes to go till we reach England. Are we on the right speed setting? Okay, let's turn so we get on the... And I'm actually, I think, gonna try to... We don't want to turn too much. I'm gonna use the autopilot, see how that one reacts. Yeah, it wants us to speed up, I think, a bit. That must be based on the speeds we have in the system. I think this one will get us to the right. Maybe this could be a nice viewpoint actually for the thumbnail. Look pretty good with the little bit of cloud. It's very beautiful, the true earth for the Netherlands. And we're still doing, so if I increase the speed here, or is it yeah, manual and FMC, that's why. Now we're getting the FMC controlled speed. There we go. Yeah, you see it's not a hard aircraft, it's kind of logical, but it's, you know, when you're not used to flying it, it's easy to forget some of these stuff. The question is now about the approach. Because we only have until Yakko, and then we should hopefully get some input, but let's see. This one does have rain effect as well, so that's pretty cool. And the Vipers are here. Let's just check if they are working as they should. That they are. Does the ice, anti-ice have any effect on the engines? I would think they do, but I do wonder if we put them on, for example. Or is that closing them? Let's see. Yeah, that's the switch for putting them off. Does that mean that those are off? It doesn't really tell, unfortunately. Okay, but good to know. I'm actually gonna go to manual speed and I'm gonna force us up a bit. There's no point in us taking too long at these altitudes, even though it might be more fuel efficient. It's not better for the video, I would say. The logo light's really unnecessary, to be honest, during the day. Yeah, look at that. Is this Rotterdam maybe? Or maybe, yeah, I would guess so, right? Or no, actually, is Rotterdam? Nah, it must be close to here, right? Because it's quite close to Amsterdam. Maybe it's a bit further in here. The port itself, at least.
Atlantic for 003, expect the Zama 1C arrival with the Zaman transition for the ILS approach to runway 27 at London City Airport.
Okay, for the
Expect
ILS.
the Zama 1C arrival with the Zaman transition for the ILS approach to runway
And I need to
27.
check the approach in
Atlantic
ChartFox.
4003.
Yeah, I wanna sign in with WhatSim. Yes, we can verify that I am human. Allow. EGLC. Let's have a look. So the approach to runway 27, the Zama 1C, right? That's to Jacko, and then we're doing the ILS for 27, and is that an Australian one? And what does that mean in actuality? So we know the runway, it's gonna be 27. It's gonna be the ILS. So that's the one we got. We can insert that. Now we at least have Lavno, which I think is kind of the first point. Good. What else do we need to take into account? Speed-wise, we're traveling relatively quickly. Only about 25 minutes to go. 146 nautical miles. I'm gonna assume we get vectored. And I'm actually gonna check that. Yeah, we'll get vectored in for the final approach to Lavno. Happy days.
Atlantic for 003,
in terms of landing,
across X-ray Alpha Mike Alpha
we'll use
November,
high.
flight level 130,
I think it's better to be safe rather than sorry in this case.
Transition to cross Lavno at or above 2,000 feet.
Okay, so cross
QNH is 1010
Alpha Mike. Sorry, X-ray Alpha
We'll
Mike,
cross X-ray
Alpha Mike,
Alpha
November.
at
So
flight
Zaman
level
at
130,
130.
then descend via the Zama 1 Charlie
And I
arrival
think
with
that's
the Zaman
still
transition
a bit
to cross Lavno at
of way
or
to
above
go.
2,000 feet.
Our top of descent,
QNH
as you can
is
see, is
1010
quite a while.
Atlantic 4003.
And when I cross Lavno at 2,000 feet. So yeah, we have some ways to go. I'm gonna open up my personal EFB and just check if there's something I'm not accounting for. For ILS minimums based on this approach, climb gradient of more than 5 degrees. Only for aircraft certified to carry out approaches at 5.5 degrees. Let's get that barrow, because now it's showing. And that's supposed to be... Well, let's put it 600, maybe we're a B aircraft, I'm not sure what this one... What type this one goes into. Maybe C. I don't think in terms of weather it was that bad. It was kind of the same. Well, let's double check. Scattered at 2,300 should be fine. I do though wonder, let me check if I can open Embraer E170 EGLC landing procedure. Let me see if there's anything specific. So A220s. A318s, ATRs, Dash 8, Dornier 328, Embraer 170, 175 and 190. Is there anything about... Oh, we're also flying to the older version of this airport. I haven't bought the new ones, so something to keep in mind. Let me see, flight deck to sim. He's done this approach, and we are gonna... Sorry about that, commercials. I'm gonna mute my YouTube. Just quickly check if there's something that needs to be considered. And when he did his steep approach, how did it look? Let's zoom in here as well. I think it's time for us actually to start descending. Sorry, we'll do the VS one. I'm gonna get this one down to 130. Then we're gonna descend by 2000 feet per minute. I don't see any harm in doing that a bit early. It can basically only work out in our favor. $240. Or is this a bit early? It's 100 nautical miles to go. Maybe I'm being a bit silly. Maybe we can do 180 for a while. And then descend further. Let me check this YouTube clip. So when he's doing the approach, is there anything specific? I'm mainly wondering, you know, any use of speed brakes or similar. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we're picking up some speed again. Trying to maintain 240. We're in the clouds now, for better or worse. Okay, let's check the approach. He's flying it with auto brake on medium. Okay, so you can fly it on medium. High might be only kind of worst case scenario. It looks really good actually, the X-Crafts one. Might have to get it just for that. I'll just show you the difference. For example, this coloring the whole screen. Maybe that's more correct. Otherwise it looks fairly similar. Nice with the little buttons lit up. Not sure we can do that unless it's night. Let's see what else flight deck to sim manages to do here. He's descending with very slowly, like 118 the speed. He's doing quite a steep approach, or very steep descent, but very slow, so that's gonna be the key, to do it very slowly. It seems like he's just using the default texture actually, which aren't too bad in X-Plane. but I guess this is one of those airports you would not want the default ones because it's so iconic. I think he has flaps full. Did he use spoilers though? That's my... hard to try and check here. Flaps full at least, so I think we can follow in that regard. But yeah, it's either the X-Craft or the SSG ones. I've been thinking if I should get one of each, just to try which is the best Embraer, SSG, FeelThere, X-Craft. Most people get the X-Craft ones, but I've heard the SSG one or the FPS one is really good, at least in terms of its in terms of the, what's it called? The systems. That's the name of it. Is this window here looking a bit off, or is it just... Let me check actually. Is that something I have to fix? I need to check it now before we need to... Maybe there is a window there. But this one just looks like a painted spot. That's strange. Let me see. Embraer E170. Do we have any pictures from the left side? Yeah, that just looks like an extra window. Okay, I need to remove that. That's a bit annoying. But at least good that we found it. Any other extra windows that we can see here? I don't think so. That looks a bit funny. It's a horrible paint kit, this one, to be honest. And the funny part is that the paint kit, it didn't look the same as the house one, right? I could notice differences. For example, the wing was wrongly painted, etc. So yeah, very, very odd. Okay, let's get down now. We're gonna start descending to 2,000 feet per minute. Let's see if we can maintain the speed. Let me see if I can get a good picture of the side of it. Of course, it's always the wrong pictures, but here you can kind of see from the, or I guess from the right side, on the right side of the aircraft, there's no window there, so I need to remove that. Luckily it seems like that's just a mistake on my part, not noticing that that was in the, or included in the pack. I think actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's gonna be... It has to be this one, right? Yeah, look at that. It's included, but it's not really... Yeah, that's a strange one. Definitely something I wanna fix, and I need to check. I think the house paint might be the one to check for that. Replace it with full white. And we wanna continue descending to 2,000, so I'm gonna bring this down quite a bit. 2,000. We do wanna slow down. 225 maybe. It's 80 nautical miles still. Maybe we can keep 240 for the time being. Timing wise, it's still 18 minutes. We still have 2 waypoints on the star. Then we should get the rest, or get the vectors. The question is, what are we getting now? Have we got anything? Nope. Very quiet.
Atlantic for 003, contact London Control on 118.47.
Okay, let's check. Are they changing?
Control on 118.47, Atlantic 4003.
There we go.
Control Atlantic 4003. Descending via the Zama 1C arrival with the Zaman transition to 2,000 feet.
Atlantic for 003, this is London Control, go ahead.
At Logan we only want to be at 10.9. Maybe we're gonna do a V path actually, descent. Is it able to keep us above 10.9? That's the $1,000,000 question. At least it was able to slow us down. And look at these beautiful wind power plants. Du, du, du. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we have descended below. Interesting. Modified flight plan, is that, let me see if I activate that, will it now work? Maybe that was the problem. Let's get back on. Message discontinuity. We're flying to Logan, right? Okay, there we go, Logan. And then from Logan to Yeko. And then it's Lavno. Okay, we can do it like that, I think.
Atlantic for 003, you are 59 nautical miles east of the airport. QNH is 1010.
Can we down
After
do?
Logan cleared directly
Yeah, there we
Alpha
go.
Victor
LNAV.
November Oscar, then cleared for the ILS approach to runway 27 at London
Now
City
I
Airport.
hope,
Contact Thames Director on 132.7.
Let's see, we're still descending, albeit
QNH
slowly.
is 1010.
VNAV disconnect.
After Logan cleared direct Lima, Alpha Victor November Oscar, then cleared for the ILS approach to runway 27 at London City Airport approach.
Oh, we got clear direct.
132.7. Atlantic
So that's good
4003.
for the next one, for Lavno. Okay. So good, we have that set. Let's
Approach
see.
Atlantic
We should now be able to
4003,
activate VNAV again.
descending to 2,000 feet.
Atlantic 4003,
Or are we
this is
still
Thames
a
Director,
bit,
go ahead.
still a bit above? Okay, let's see. We are descending though, so that's good. For some reason it's stating climb 1. Not sure if that's intentional or not. I mean, we don't need VNAV. I think we can manage without, but of course would be nice. How long do we have? I mean, it's pretty close now. It's around 50 nautical miles. So we probably don't need to descend that fast. We can do 1000. We can do 700, I think. That should be enough. Okay, looking good. Okay, descending, maybe a bit more than what we are descending now. I'd rather be too low than too high, if that makes sense. Still have quite a bit to go, so maybe not overreact. Well, let's do 800. Okay, slowly descending, slow and steady. Does the real aircraft also kind of just have them showing the wheels? Maybe, actually. Would there be any benefit to not having them shown? Maybe, aerodynamically. I don't know, actually. But here we're coming right on the, well, not quite yet, but the Thames will be down there at the beautiful True Earth, South UK. Okay, let's think about things now. We have Barrow set, don't have the ILS info, or we haven't put it in at least. We're looking at an ILS of what? It's gonna be 111.15 111.15. So we have both of those set. The course is gonna be 275. And I'm gonna check if we can set that. Yeah, looks like we can. So 275 course. That's actually pretty good. I don't remember being able to see the course when I'm on the FMS, but maybe that's only with the CRJ perhaps. Well, that's gonna help. And let's remember to switch over with the CRC when we go for the approach one. We're at 4,000 now. 34 nautical miles to go in total. 25 about to our next point. I'll zoom in a bit. 12.5. Bit of wind.
Alpha Kilo approach, double radar contact, climb flight level 30.
Let's see. Slow and steady. Okay, let's see. Soon at 2000. Quite early. What's that airport actually? Maybe a military one. What can we see? Is that some static ones? Well, we're gonna have a lot of traffic. I didn't think about that. Going with almost 40% on the AIG. Might have been smarter to go on a lower number. Okay, let's see. We're gonna be at 2000 at Lavno. We wanna be at. Actually, we don't even wanna be that low. That's maybe for the next one. But okay, anyway, want to be at 2000. So I guess we were just quite a bit early on that. Think we can. No, that can't be. That must be that we're a bit below kind of what we should be. Yeah, the red line here. Okay, let's see. Okie dokie. Things we have forgotten to do. Lights. So let's put all those lights on now. And the next step will be to prep for the landing in terms of soon getting ready to set that flaps. I'm gonna slow down to 230, I think. I'll move to the manual one. Sure, it is the only kind of photo reel that actually looks pretty decent down low, even though it's not that good either. Even in these circumstances, still better to have the... Oh no. God damn it. We're losing our visibility, guys. Not good news. And we're on the wrong barrow. I also remembered it was 1010, right? Which is 2985. So let's put that in. 1010. Let's zoom in a bit. And let's really slow down. Let's do 190. We're gonna go flaps full. Yeah, look, I want to be at 150 pretty quickly, so I'm gonna slow down even more. 170. Flaps 1. Flaps 2. You can see the flaps being deployed. Flaps 3. And actually we can take manual control of the throttle. Can have a bit of speed. I think we're maybe going a bit too slow, but what actually we might want to go. This is gonna be a difficult one to do. Let's add some thrust. We're already on flaps 4, maybe a bit too early. We haven't even dropped the landing gears, right? This will be very interesting.
Atlantic 4-003 QNH is 1010. At London City Airport, contact City Tower on 129.45.
Okay, a bit of stuttering.
QNH is 1010. Tower on 129.45. Atlantic
Okay,
4003.
Gonna add a bit more thrust. Going really slow.
Tower
probably,
Atlantic 4003.
yeah, we're pitching up like crazy
Inbound
to maintain.
For ILS approach runway 27.
Atlantic for 003.
Inbound for
Good
ILS
morning, continue
approach.
ILS to runway 27 call when established on
And we
5.
want to do the approach one, so we need
Continue
to change.
ILS runway 27 will call when established on final Atlantic 4003.
What do we need? Approach. Yeah, a lot of annoying stuttering now today. Oh, it's sorry, we need to change here, right? That's the problem. Then we can change. There we go. Okay, we can slow down. I'll drop the gears. And I'll start pushing to flaps full. I'll let the autopilot handle the descent up until the point. Up until the point that we can start seeing the runway, I think. Okay, let's make sure we're not going too low. Yeah, we're on full. We're a bit off the localizer. we haven't yet captured the glide. Gonna add quite a bit of thrust. Come on. Approach 1 only. 275, right? That's the one we want to have. Now we have the glide slope. Okay, so I'm gonna slow down quite a bit. Because we are way, because we need to descend quick. Flight path angle too steep. You don't tell me that. You just descend. Come on. Come on. We can do this. What's the minimums, right? 600. Better get better. Or let's see. We're having some rain. It looks like.
Atlantic 4003 winds are 189er at 12 knots.
Yeah,
Cleared
we're having
to land
some
runway 27.
some rain.
Cleared to land
Okay,
runway
now we're a
27.
bit low.
Atlantic 4003.
Okay, we're gonna remove the autopilot. We're actually below the slope. That's interesting. What's the odds of that happening? Sounds and it's also quite dangerous, I would say, at this kind of an airport. But okay, so a bit of rain. Okay, yeah, we don't want to do crazy sing rate. Come on. Yeah, okay, this is really maybe pushing this this bird. The weather isn't the best today. Okay, there we go. Think? Sync rate, sync rate.
30, 20, 10.
Okay, a bit hard maybe.
Atlantic for
Probably like
003
400 or
exit
300.
runway when able. Report clear of active.
And pretty awful weather. Is it even raining or what's this? I think it's maybe just some tiny amounts of rain. Look at that. It must have like rained tiny amount and then it stopped. Crazy though how fast we were able to stop there. Maybe a bit unrealistic. Or maybe very realistic. Okay, we are just gonna get in here. It looks very nice. It's one of the reasons why I haven't been so interested in changing, because I feel like this one has it's maybe better made than the new airport. But that one has like the taxiway that goes all the way out here, right? So it's, but this one has a lot of nice features, this old one. We'll just park, I think, here to the left, close to this KLM Embraer, and then we're gonna wrap things up. One thing we need to start though is the APU. Let's check that approach. That was a bit hairy. I'm not gonna remove the flaps or anything because I want them to show on the replay actually. Same with the lights. Oh, I guess we're supposed to turn here. But I'm just gonna park pretty sloppy. And then what we'll do is just check the APU. It's almost there. I'm just gonna close by TDC. Didn't have too much time today, so I've been a bit quick with everything. Are those showing on the outside? Yeah, they do show. I should have gone with a lower AI. I'm not sure why I wanted to push my luck. Stupid mistakes. I think we have the APU now. That we do. So what we can do is shut the engines. And I'll check the ASA cars. 329 feet per minute according to ASA cars. So okay landing, I would say. Could have been much worse. We're on the deboarding phase of flight. Check, do I have to open the door maybe? Might be for Pack X. Okay, great flight. That's gonna be my comment for the flight report. We'll send it. Next time we'll take off from this airport, so that's gonna be cool. Let's see where we head though. Somewhere else. Maybe not Amsterdam again. Or back to Amsterdam rather. There we have the deboarding and flight 354. We'll go with the ASA cars one. Okay, let's have a look at the replay. But yeah, it's a lovely with the True Earth one, and everything kind of just aligns nicely. You can see though, it's quite a heavy crosswind, or a bit of crosswindness at least, based on the water. If I remove that, let's check if I remove the AI, how much better it is. Yeah, there's some disappeared. It's quite a big difference without AI. AI is really the trickster. I'm gonna change the activity level down to 25 maybe. It might not make a huge difference with these London airports, unfortunately. Okay, let's remove the parking brake, go and watch the replay. We'll do 360. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, you can really notice the wind. Did I even consider that? Did I do any rudder? Maybe I came down quite well. It's not maybe the best simulated aircraft in terms of landing. I find that in X-Plane most aircraft will be quite realistic, but you know, not cakewalk to land, while in P3D it's very much dependent on the developer. For some reason the Mad Dogs, they feel very good in terms of landing, while some of these other paver ones that are maybe less high fidelity aren't that nice. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there was a bit of lag here that kind of ruined it also. At least got me out of the sink. Yeah, look at that, we have to get down. So some adjustments. It must have been terrifying being a passenger on this flight, unfortunately. Yeah, let's see. Okay, the wind is getting a bit better now, so we wouldn't have to need, or we wouldn't need to use a lot of rudder. But and then we stop, and then we get down. We should have used a bit more rudder than we did, but the landing was, well, pretty okay. And with the thrust reverse activated, we were able to, I mean, it's wet weather, so we should have calculated new speeds. Don't know why I trust England. It always feels like when I think the weather is fine, it's not. But yeah, great looking airport. But yeah, with that said, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. I'm actually gonna go and check now on Orbex the airport, the version 2, if it's worth getting. It's only 10 euros for existing owners. But yeah, like I was saying, feel free to leave comments and questions, and other than that, I wish you all a great rest of the day. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.